into. One of the decisions that I made in this period of growth was to become a vegetarian. And whenever I hear people say, oh, I could never give up meat, nah, bullshit. I loved it as much as anybody. In fact, it was not a meal unless it had meat in it. What's that? And I made friends with a guy who was a vegetarian. He was a great guy. I really loved him. And I talked to him about it. I asked him questions, and his answers made sense. And I was confronted with the reality. Keeping in mind that now my mind is open to this, whereas before, no way would I have listened to any of the vegetarian babble. You know, but my mind was open, and I realized either you accept your own hypocrisy, i.e. you say you like animals and whatnot, and you fucking eat them, i.e. you torture them, you pay for their torture and their killing, and yet you say you like them. What a bunch of bollocks. Don't fucking say that. Just accept the fact that, well, yeah, animals are cool, but I like to eat them. I don't give a fuck if they're tortured. I didn't like that. It didn't sit well with me. You know, I want to be consistent with what I say is my values. I wouldn't want somebody torturing and killing me. Why the fuck am I doing it to someone else? And why is it that we arbitrarily consider human beings to be so fucking worthy, while as the rest of fucking creation, the rest of life, which is just as sentient as us, the bond between a fucking cow and its fucking baby is just as strong as the bond between a mother of human form to her baby. And how arrogant for you to think otherwise. You rip a calf away from its mother, trust me, this is torture. I didn't want to deal with that hypocrisy. I don't respect the man that does that, so I took what was something that I loved. I loved meat. I enjoyed it as much as anybody. Something that I truly enjoyed and loved, I gave it up. I gave it up and never looked back. 25 years later, no fucking way. Never going back unless I need to survive. In which case, I'll fucking eat meat in a heartbeat. No problem. But until such time, I will not do that. That decision had such a profound impact on my life, I cannot tell you. The implications of making a decision which runs completely contrary to your own self-interest, something that you enjoy so seriously, and you give that up because you acknowledge the fact that it is inconsistent with a moral, ethical existence. And I don't care what anybody says. I'll be happy to debate anybody on the subject. I will shame you if you want to use any of the normal arguments to defend this insanity. This is the one area where I'm actually pessimistic, and I'm hoping that we grow a little bit more. While we're starting to become aware of human suffering and the punishment and the meted out nastiness that we are indulging in through our tax monies and whatnot, we are still remaining largely oblivious to the Holocaust times 1,000 that is happening every single day without hardly a whisper. Billions, literally billions of creatures, if we count fish, chickens, cows, pigs, goats, and everything else, billions a day are being exterminated, life taken away, most of them tortured in one form or another. And how much are we talking about that? How much are we debating that? We don't even talk about it. Are we really serious? And I'll tell you what, if the principle that we apply towards others were applied towards us, let us imagine some species from another part of the galaxy or the universe that is more technologically advanced than us, and by their own measurement thinks we are far more important than them, obviously, because if they were more important than us, they would be able to do to us what we can do to them. Clearly, might makes right. If we can take over their planet, if we can enslave them, if we can rear them for food, and if they taste good and we like to eat them, what the fuck is the problem with doing that? Clearly, God said that we are capable and worthy of that. Otherwise, we wouldn't have the ability to do it. And so, we do that to every other species, quite frankly. And if it were done to us, boy, oh boy, would we understand the wrong fucking path that is. We would see it crystal clear, just like that. But apparently, we can't see it because we like the fucking taste, and we're used to it. When we get serious, we will talk about this issue. We will talk about it seriously. But right now, we're still not doing that. I am mostly optimistic. So I'll get more into the optimistic side of it in the next part. As far as I know, I think this is the break, so we'll leave it for there. I'm going to grab another beer, and then we can carry on.